What's going on, everyone? Darksynth here, and yesterday Sega just kind of dropped something out of nowhere. And that's something, if you haven't already seen, I'm sure, if you don't live in a cave, Sega dropped that Virtua Fighter 5 is getting another version yet again. This is probably like the 5th or 6th version this game's gotten, as far as my knowledge goes. And this game dates back to 2008, and I think even earlier, because 2008 is when it released in the US. It was released in Japan first, so we got it a bit later, much like most Japanese games, like we did with Street Fighter 4 and Tekken 7. As I digress, this version of Virtua Fighter 5 will have rollback. Unfortunately, it will only be on PC. PS4 will get the balance update. I just don't know if it'll get rollback or not, because there's going to be no crossplay. So them trying to get rollback compatible with PlayStation 4 and then trying to get that compatible with PC just might not just be able to do it because of technical reasons. So I think at least PlayStation 4 will be getting the balance update for sure. But if you want the rollback netcode and the better experience, you're gonna have to get this on PC, unfortunately. But this is a good contender for Tekken, and even if you play Tekken or you don't play Tekken, I think you should give this a shot. This is probably maybe a test from Sega, just like to test maybe how this game would function in a rollback environment. Because I think Virtua Fighter 6 is on the horizon. I don't know when we will be getting an announcement for it. Maybe Game Awards. I don't know yet. Sega did come out just recently in an interview. It was an article that was written about the interview, but they stated that there's a new Virtua Fighter in the works. And I don't think this is that Virtua Fighter. I think they acknowledged that people want a new Virtua Fighter. So this is kind of maybe something to get people by while they develop VF6. And I think this is a great idea because VF5 is a beloved game. From my knowledge, the VF community seems to really love VF5. And like I mentioned earlier, it's gone through like 5 iterations. It went through the vanilla VF5, and then it went through Final Showdown. And then I guess if you want to count the Yakuza version, I don't know what Yakuza game, but I know in one of the Yakuza games you can find a cabinet and it has Virtua Fighter 5 on it. So if you want to count that, that's like 5 or 6 versions. Just in 2021, which was 3 years ago, they released Ultimate Showdown. I think it had balance adjustments in it. I don't remember. I did play it because it was free on PlayStation Plus at the time. That was Sega's big way of saying, hey, we're porting VF5 over to PlayStation now, so if you want to play VF5, here you go. But the one thing they didn't do was bring rollback to it. But 3.5 years later, they are. Again, only to PC, which sucks. I'm sorry for you console people if you were wanting to play this. But yeah, I'm super excited to play this game. I tried it back when it was free on PlayStation Plus, and I liked it. I kind of like it a little better than Tekken, and there's one major reason why. And it's because the movement is coded based. It's not server based, which I think is how Tekken operates. I saw a video a while ago of someone talking about this, and it's why movement in Virtua Fighter is better than Tekken. Because when you sidestep stuff that's actually steppable, there is no like accidental clipping or any of that sort that happens. It kind of gives you like a little not notification, but you can tell when you successfully sidestep something in Virtua Fighter, and it feels really good. And just the reward you get from reading a steppable move is, I feel like it's better than Tekken. I don't know. This game is better than Tekken in certain aspects, but I think Tekken's kind of better in certain aspects that Virtua Fighter's not. Like the movement, Tekken movement, kind of outshines Virtua Fighter, because Virtua Fighter's not really a movement-heavy game. It's more like strategy and just reading your opponent more, and less like wave dashing and Korean backdashing. Like you're kind of blocking more, reading your opponent with side steps and stuff. And of course, there's like still high strings you can duck and stuff and punish. Like there's while rising moves and I think running moves. It's just like Tekken in that aspect, but it does play slightly different. I do think you should give this a try if you do play Tekken. It's another 3D fighting game to try out. And I think they're gonna make VF6 really well. The only problem is I think they're gonna try to shoot for like esports. Like we're in 2024, almost 2025, so it's no surprise in that aspect. But yeah, just keep an eye out. It comes out this winter, so I don't know if it comes out next month, January or February, because winter does go up to February. So hopefully we get this next month. And pricing wise, Max talked about this and I really agree with him. He said make this $20, at most 25 or $24.99. And I agree, because this game is really old. It's almost 17 years old, or 16 years old. It came out in 2008 for us, for the US at least. So yeah, this game pretty old. So I hope Sega doesn't go out and gouge us and be like, yeah, you gotta pay $40 for this, because like I said, it's an old game. I don't think it should have that price tag. The only thing they're doing is including rollback. I shouldn't say only, because this seems like a ton of work. I don't know if you know, but it takes a long time to implement rollback kind of in an older game. NRS did this with MKX and it took them a full year to do that. So we don't know how long Sega has been working in the background trying to implement this. And they made the UI better too. And like I said, there's going to be balance adjustments, so the game's going to feel fresh, even for those Virtua Fighter veterans that have been playing the game for, over a decade. Because I'm sure VF5 wasn't their first Virtua Fighter game they started with, much like, Tekken veterans. They've been playing Tekken all their life, so I'm assuming Virtua Fighter veterans have been playing Virtua Fighter all their life. But again, definitely give it a try. Wishlist it on Steam right now. Virtua Fighter 5 R.E.V.O. Give it a shot. And that's it for this video. I just wanted to make this to give you guys some news. I don't really make news videos like this as much as I should. But yeah, I'm out. Peace.